In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily improve your Soldier gameplay by showing you a different method to Ctap and how you can practice and apply it. Ctapping is essentially crouching, letting go, and for a fraction of a second, your hitbox is closer to the ground. And if you shoot and jump at the exact same time, it should propel you further away than a regular rocket jump. And if you've ever tried to learn how to Ctap, you've probably been frustrated because it's difficult. The timing is really specific. It takes a lot of practice, and it's a little bit taxing on your hand because you're trying to sync up a crouch from your left hand and then releasing and then jumping and firing, which incorporates both hands. How my method differs from a regular Ctap is I'm able to jump only using my mouse. I don't need to crouch with my pinky or hit spacebar with my thumb. Learning how to Ctap was truly a gateway for me into the competitive world. I was doing better in MGE because I was jumping higher and faster and avoiding more damage and jumping from spots that I previously would have waddled from. I was able to do jump maps now that in the past I would get stuck on. And I was playing better and seeing more opportunities after I incorporated Ctapping into my gameplay. Okay, to start installing the Ctap script, we're first going to download a config. So if you already have a config, you can skip this part of the video. My suggestion would be to download Mastercom. You can just Google Mastercom Tf2. Should look like this. Medium high. I think this is a great preset. Good for FPS. You can customize a lot of stuff here. And when you're happy with everything, let's download it. And then go to our downloads, extract all. And inside the TF folder, we're going to grab the CFG and custom, copy those. And then we're going to head over to our TF folder, which is in Program Files, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Tf2, TF. And let's just double check under View, File Name Extensions is checked. And we're going to paste those folders. And then we're going to come inside the CFG, and we're going to create a new folder called Overrides. And then we're going to create two new text documents. One called Soldier.cfg and one called game_overrides, and that's also CFG. Then we're going to open the Soldier.cfg text document, and we're going to go to the video description. We're going to come down and we're going to grab the Soldier code, copy and paste that, save, and then we're going to open the game overrides text document and grab the code there and the description, paste, save. Make sure you copy the launch options that were on the master config website and place those in your startup options. So under general launch, it should have those commands posted there. And now we're ready to open up Tf2. Okay, if everything's working correctly, we should be able to right click and it should make us crouch. And when we right click and then left click, it should automatically jump for us while we fire. And that's how you know it's working. And then we want to make sure that the class reset is also working, the overrides file that we created. So try switching to another class and you should right click and nothing should happen. Okay, let's say you don't want to use master config, and that's totally fine. This will still work with this. But inside your CFG folder, instead of going into your overrides folder, you'll just create your text documents, your Soldier.cfg, and you'll copy the code just the same. and place it here. And then you'll create a CFG for all the other 8 classes, so Spy, Medic, Scout, and inside of those files, that's where you'll have the game overrides code. So it's just basically rebinding. It's making sure that your mouse 1 and mouse 2 are rebinding plus attack and plus attack 2, and not having that soldier code. Other ways you could do it is create a reset script if you want to get into that. Otherwise, this is just a really easy way to make sure that it's resetting after you change classes. Okay, this is a demonstration on how the Ctap works. So if we right click and then release and then left click, it should automatically jump for us. So we shouldn't have to hit any other keys, and the jumping and the firing are synced up. So if we come over here, right click and then left click, you know, we keep going. These are still good jumps. It takes a lot of finesse. And obviously, you know, I'm gonna edit this. Oh, first try. And I had to hold crouch there right at the end. But this will tell you if you're getting your max Ctap, and we'll kind of show, hey, my timings are perfect. Even with this method, there's still some skill involved with Ctapping. You still have to practice your timings between your right mouse button releasing and how long you even hold it down. Like, you're gonna get into some mind games, I think, when you're trying to figure this out, because the timings are so precise. It's really tough to get perfect every single time. But the fact that we're removing having to worry about hitting space and fire at the exact same time, and coupled with the new rebinding to crouch on right mouse button, it just makes it so much easier to practice. It's so much easier on your hands. This map is TR Ctap Practice. This is another great map. I would say the 2 best maps for practicing this are going to be this map and Jump Academy Classic because of that Ctap wall. So we're going to approach this. We're going to right click, release, and then left click. And this will just let you know if you're relatively close in your timings. I don't think that tells you if you're perfect. Same thing here. We're going to come up to the wall, and then we're going to right click and then left click. I'm also holding crouch at the very end of that jump to make sure I'm getting my maximum height. And I'm doing that with my left pinky on shift. So most of the time when I do a jump, I'm also then holding crouch with my left pinky on shift in the air to keep a smaller hitbox profile. Okay, in this area, it shows you if your horizontal jump is good, or if you're hitting your max distance. So I think this is honestly the best exercise for Ctapping, and it really helps you dial in your angle, and jumping back and forth maybe 5 times in a row would be a good indication that you're getting it consistently. That was 3. Missed it by a little bit, but even if you're missing by a little bit, that's still a good jump. You know what I mean? That's still a way better jump than you would get with just a regular jump. And it just feels so much more natural. It feels like you're winding up the jump with right click, and then you're releasing with left click. There are a few exceptions when you shouldn't Ctap. If you have less than 20 to 21 health, I jumped 20 times in a row and I averaged 19.9 damage per Ctap. and that was including straight up vertical and horizontal jumps. If you're on an uneven surface, sometimes that could prevent your jump from happening, and you'll just stay in the same position. It'll be a failed jump. If you're looking to make a low angle jump off a wall, sometimes it's better just to use a regular jump. I find that I have more success rolling out fast through Sunshine Valley with a regular jump off the wall versus a Ctap. And while sync jumping, sometimes you don't have enough time to attempt a Ctap, and you just need to immediately go into a regular jump. This method of Ctapping feels so much more natural, and it has such a high success rate that it seems like such an obvious thing to do. After 8 seasons of playing in competitive RGL and getting to the 1700 ranks on the Tempest network with the jump maps, I feel like I could safely say that I think this jump method is better than the default. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video, and if you found it helpful, please leave a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear if this is helping anyone in the community. And I'm planning on making more sort of educational, helpful videos for Tf2. So if you're interested in that sort of content, subscribe for my stuff in the future. And huge shout out to Kazzy for helping me with the programming and explaining a bunch of stuff and feedback. It was very helpful. Appreciate that. And to the other people who I sent this probably years ago to give me feedback. And shout out to Butterthoughts for a bunch of the title screen artwork. And then also shout out to our team, Rome, our invite team. Yeah, I love those guys. Cool, thanks.